what makes them stand out. But first, let's consider your store to be like a castle. Okay, around every castle you have a what? Moat. The moats were designed to keep out intruders. You want to keep intruders out of your castle. Now what I call intruders, it's those other retailers in town who sell the same type of merchandise that you have. Okay? But it was not the water alone that kept intruders out. What they have in the water?
Alligator.
Alligators. You're the first one to get this. Great job. And there's your alligator. Okay? Alligators are things like products or services or locations in which no other retailer can duplicate in your towns. Your alligators are things like brand recognition. Who else in your town can sell Radio Shack? There's nobody else there. Are you selling the brands that your customers are looking for? Is that one of your alligators? How about cool products or needed products? If a person is looking for an outdoor camera with a built-in motion sensor that'll hook their TV, who else in your towns sells this item? Anybody else? Probably not. How about a remote control pickup truck with a built-in camera? That's a great thing for the city of your towns to have. Go through the sewer pipes with the camera instead. What's calling you there? How about a portable wind speed indicator? Where can you find one of those things at? Nobody sells those things. They're exclusive to Radio Shack. And let's not forget our special needs products. For the hearing impaired, or our older folks, they want a trusted place they can go to find items that they need. How about convenience? That's a great alligator for you to have. Now when I say convenience, I'm meaning quick in and quick out. If you want a pack of batteries real quick, and you want to go to the superstore, is it going to happen? Absolutely not. It's going to take at least 20 minutes to park your car and to get to the front door of that superstore. Yet in your stores, they can drive to your front door, get out of the car, go inside, get the batteries, get quick service, get outside and leave. Now that's great, a great idea to have. How about the selections you offer your customers in your stores? Your resistors, your fuses, your flashlights, flat photo cameras. You know what I'm talking about. How many alligators do you have in your moats to keep your business intact in your towns? Well, part of the branding process includes things like the name. But another process, or part of the process, is the image you project to your customers. In the spring of this year, Dealer Franchise introduced a sales readiness program. And your DSM will be coming to your stores, grading your stores, right? Giving you maybe a 101, 201. Well, this program promotes store cleanliness. It promotes having products demo ready, having products on display, having your merchandise priced, along with many, many other requirements. Now, sales readiness is not something Radio Shack is doing to the dealer stores. It's something we are doing for our dealer stores. We're going to show you the areas where your stores may need improvement. And I have to believe that you get in the habit every morning, you go to your front of your door, or your store, you unlock the door, walk inside, get your cup of coffee, turn on the lights, turn on the computer, read your email, and then go and lock the door again and wait for your customers. That way sometimes lose sight of the little details of the most important things in your store. Like maybe the sign's hanging here, or maybe this floor stack's wrong, that we don't see those. This program will gives you direction on a daily basis of the areas of your store that need attention. Well, let's look and see how we're doing. There's 4 levels of sales readiness: 101, 201, 301, 401, and some of you might have heard about the mysterious 501, which we'll introduce next year. Well, as of today, as you can see, we have a total of 398 stores who have not even qualified for a 101 sales ready level. You have to stop and ask yourself a question. What is the perception I'm giving to my customers? If I've got merchandise laying all over the floor, if there's boxes in my aisles, if the store's dusty and dirty, does your customers believe that you're selling quality merchandise? It's probably not. And what level of service are you able to give your customers in a store that's less than one-on-one sales ready? Well, we have a total of 574 stores who have qualified for the one-on-one sales ready level. Now keep in mind the requirements. You've got some items missing, some missing price tags in the store. The store's not very clean, and most of the items are not demo ready or sales or functional. Let's look at 201. As you can see, we have 542 stores at this level. While this is a major accomplishment, it does not provide the level of service that our customers come to expect at Radio Shack. A 201 sales ready store has most items priced, most items on display, the shelves are mostly full, and the store is mostly clean. We'll call these the mostly stores because they're going to the top, they're just on their way there. Well, at a 301 level, we have a total of 266. At this level, your store is fully stocked. Every item is priced in your stores. Your discontinued merchandise as well as your sale merchandise. All the products are sales ready, they're demo ready. And the store is clean and shiny. And those who get this level, I commend you on this. It takes a lot of work. Now, at a 401 sales ready level, we have a total of 86 stores. Now, at this level, we have outstanding execution in all areas of your store. You've gone above and beyond the call of duty. But to do this, you put long hours in your stores, and you have a very dedicated team of individuals working for you. And you should be very proud of those people. How many stores are today who are 401 sales ready? Raise your hands. Wow, we got 4. Let's give it a round of applause. Okay, let's spend a few minutes on the advantages and benefits of having a 401 sales ready store. Now, often we say, you know what? You need to price your store. You need to clean your store. You need to sit down back there. That's okay. But often we tell our employees what we want, but we don't give them the advantages and benefits for getting what we want. So I can go through it with you here and give you the benefits to take back to your employees. Well, here's the reasons we want our store merchandise, or priced, or clean. First thing, all merchandise on display. You know, it's very hard to sell out of a catalog. And we all have a catalog, right? Yes, we have a catalog, right? It's the CD version. Who has used this new catalog? Raise your hands. The thing is great, would you agree? This new catalog is much, much better than the paper version. You can write to find the category, find all your multi-testers. As opposed to in a paper catalog, and fumble in the back, fumble in the front, wasn't very easy. The new CD version is very user-friendly. Now, as far as the reasons having it on display, I've been to a few stores who refuses, they flat out refuse to take the merchandise out of the box. And I say, take it out of the box. You as customers, would you want to see what you're buying before you buy it? And most people will. Most people won't even bother to ask you to take it out of the box, they just won't buy it. They'll walk out and go somewhere else. People learn the merchandise when it's out of the box. Now in our corporate stores, we know for a fact, we checked it out, 26% of the time, our corporate employees are standing around doing nothing. They're watching TV, they're doing, well, maybe not doing nothing. 26% of the time, they're watching TV, or they're playing on the computer. Well, this is a lot of time wasted. What they should be doing instead, if you have merchandise on display, they can look at the merchandise. They can try to use the merchandise and learn how to sell it. If it's on display, you have an easy transfer of ownership. Have you ever had a customer not take a piece of merchandise from you? You hand to them. Hand it out and just stand there until they take it. If it's on display, up on the shelf, it's easy to do that. Pull it down, hand it out. If it's in a box, what do you got to do? You got to pull it down, unbox it, put batteries in it, blah, 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 and then hand it to them. Well, the chance of selling merchandise is very, very tough. Let's go to the next one. Every item priced. Now, what would be the advantages of having every item priced? Imagine the time savings here. You're demoing a keyboard for a customer. Here you are in the store demoing it. And the customer says, well, how much is that keyboard? If there's no price on it, what you've got to do is, okay, look at back at the keyboard, 42-4046. Okay? You run to the other side of the store, you go to the POS system, type in your code, type in 42-40, what was that number? Well, now we've got to go back to the keyboard again over here and look at the back of it. Well, by this time, what do you think the customer's thinking? Well, this person's a joke. Versus if the merchandise was priced as you're demoing it, when they say, how much is this keyboard? You can say, this thing's only $149.99. How many do you want today? And maybe close the sale. How about perception? For the longest time, Radio Shack has been priced higher than our competitors. While this is not necessarily true, if the customers can clearly see the price of the merchandise, they may buy the merchandise then. They can do comparisons with other stores. As you found out this week, or have not found out maybe, but Radio Shack will be priced with the market and not above the market. What that means is, when maybe Circuit City has a TV for $199, our price will be the same thing. If your merchandise is not priced, your customers will not see this comparison, can't make the comparison. And oftentimes, if they can't make the comparison, they know it's Radio Shack, hey, here I get service, here I get support, here I get waiting out the sale, they'll buy it from you. But they have to make the comparison, you have to see the price to be able to do that. Also, if people can't see the price of merchandise, they make an assumption. What do they assume? It's too much. Gosh, I can't afford that. For example, the CD players or DVD players that are downstairs, the Cinevision. You guys see that silver one now? That's a good-looking DVD player. To the average customer, it might be worth $149.99. If they knew it was only $69, the chances of selling are great. They see value there. But if they can't see the price, they're just going to assume they can't afford it and walk out then. How about getting interrupted during a sale? You're doing a computer presentation to a customer. Somebody yells across the store, hey, how much is this telephone? Well, first you ignore them, but they don't go away. I said, how much is this telephone? You know what a pain in the butt this is. If this happens one time a day, it's one time too many. Let's look at the next one. Having each product functional. Yes, it's very expensive. It costs you a lot of money to put batteries in all your products. But think about it this way. Let's say you want to go buy yourself a new car. You've been saving a long time for this new car. You get to the car lot, you pick it out, and you're ready to drive your dream car. And this is the one I'm going to buy. You ask the salesman, can I have the keys? Can I take this car for a drive? But the salesman says, you know what? See all these cars in my car lot? I can't afford to put gas in those cars. Now, you can sit in it, see how it feels, but you can't drive it though. Now, would you buy a car from that car lot? No. Think about your customers. They want to test drive your merchandise also. Let's look at some other benefits of having each product functional. How many times a day do you fumble around looking for batteries for your products? For example, you want to sell a tape recorder. You've got to stop, you've got to find batteries. They're down here somewhere. Once you find those batteries, what's wrong with them? They're dead. Now you got to go open a pack of batteries. Now let's go find a tape at the store. You know, we're out of the tape business now almost. We sell digital stuff. So I go back in the store, get yourself a blank tape, and then do the demo. By the time all this stuff happens, the customer has lost interest. You know what? Next time I'm in your store, I'll check out your tape recorders, and they'll leave. How about if your store gets busy, if your products are functional, you can pull merchandise off the shelf, give it to your customer. Here, check this thing out. I'll be right back with you in just a few minutes. Oh, this guy over here. And let the person use it. The chances of selling it go way up if that's the case. However, if you got to stop the batteries in it, you're going to miss a customer over here then. How about employees being able to use the merchandise if it's functional? The best example here is a battery tester. Person wants some batteries. You guys ever get those people? They bring all these big boxes of batteries to you. Can you check my batteries, please? Well, if you can pull it off the shelf and say, well, yep, this one's good, this one's good. You mean you don't have a battery tester at home? These things are only $6. These are great. It may make a sale for you if it's functional. Selling your own merchandise. It's much easier to sell atoms.
They're getting too complicated.